The main cause of fires is the combination of hot and dry climate in the summer period. Long periods without precipitation and abnormally high temperatures create ideal conditions for fires to start. Strong winds significantly aggravate the situation, instantly spreading flames over vast territories. This turns local ignitions into large-scale natural disasters that are difficult to control. The human factor also plays an important role in the occurrence of fires. Careless handling of fire in forests, including unextinguished campfires, often causes the start of a catastrophe. The environmental consequences of fires are catastrophic. Entire ecosystems are destroyed, leading to the loss of habitat for many species of animals and plants. Forest fires cause significant damage to the region's biodiversity. Some species of flora and fauna may not recover after such massive losses of their natural environment. After fires, the soil becomes extremely vulnerable to erosion. Deprived of vegetation cover, it is easily washed away by rain and eroded by wind, making forest recovery difficult. Smoke from large fires can spread for hundreds of kilometers. This creates serious air quality problems in neighboring regions and cities. Fine particles in the smoke pose a danger to people's health. They can penetrate deep into the respiratory system and cause various illnesses. A comprehensive approach using aviation and ground forces is used to extinguish fires. Air tankers and helicopters play a crucial role in fighting the fire. Firefighters on the ground work in extremely difficult conditions. They create fire breaks and fight flames directly on the front lines. Modern technology helps in the early detection of ignitions. Satellite monitoring and surveillance systems allow for the quick identification of new fire hotspots. Predicting fire behavior is an important scientific task. Specialists analyze weather conditions, terrain, and vegetation type. Preventive measures include creating fire breaks. These strips of land, cleared of vegetation, help contain the spread of fire. Controlled burning is another prevention method. They are carried out under the supervision of experts to reduce combustible materials in forests. Forest restoration after fires is a long process. It requires significant efforts in planting new trees and caring for them. The choice of tree species for restoration is very important. Preference is given to species more resistant to fire and drought. Local communities are actively involved in restoration work. Volunteers help plant seedlings and clean up areas after fire. Climate change contributes to increasing fire danger. Rising average temperatures and changing precipitation patterns increase risks. The economic consequences of fires include direct costs of extinguishing. Valuable forest resources and the touristic appeal of regions are also lost. Forest management strategy is gradually shifting towards prevention. The emphasis is on preventing ignitions, not just extinguishing them. International cooperation plays an important role in fighting fires. Countries exchange experience, equipment, and specialists for joint work. Educational programs help raise public awareness. People are taught forest rules and fire safety measures. Scientific research helps to better understand fire dynamics. Scientists study the long-term consequences for ecosystems and develop new protection methods. The use of drones revolutionizes the monitoring of forested areas. They provide operational data on the state of forests and help detect fires. Restoring soil after fires requires special measures. Methods to prevent erosion and help restore fertility are applied. Creating an early warning system allows for a quick response to threats. This helps minimize damage and evacuate people from dangerous areas in time. Innovative technologies help in predicting fires. Artificial intelligence analyzes data and helps predict possible ignition hotspots. The development of new fire-retardant compositions helps protect forests. These compounds can slow the spread of fire and buy time for response. The importance of forests as carbon sinks makes their preservation vital. Forest fires release huge amounts of CO2, enhancing the greenhouse effect. Sustainable forest management is key to reducing fire danger. It involves balancing resource use with ecosystem preservation. Cooperation with meteorological services allows for accurate forecasts. This helps assess fire danger and prepare for possible ignitions. Compliance with construction rules in forest areas reduces risks for settlements. Creating protective perimeters helps protect homes from fire. Volunteer movements are playing an increasingly noticeable role in forest protection. Volunteers help with patrolling, prevention, and public education. Using thermal images allows detecting smoldering hotspots underground. This is especially important for peat fires, which are difficult to spot visually. Economic valuation of ecosystem services helps justify investments in forest protection. This shows the direct benefit of preserving forest areas.
Acá estamos bajando ya, ¿no?
Creating genetic seed banks helps preserve biodiversity. This guarantees the possibility of forest restoration using local species. Studying the historical frequency of fires helps understand natural cycles. Tree ring analysis provides valuable information about past fires. The application of geographic information systems allows modeling the spread of fire. This helps optimally distribute forces and resources for extinguishing. Developing mobile applications allows citizens to report fires. Such systems significantly speed up service response to new hotspots. Improving personal protective equipment increases firefighter safety. This allows them to work more effectively in dangerous conditions. Researching the impact of smoke on solar radiation is important for climatology. Scientists study how smoke plumes affect atmospheric processes. Creating international pools of fire aviation enhances response capabilities. Countries can quickly help each other in case of major disasters. Monitoring the condition of restored forests is carried out using remote sensing. This allows assessing the effectiveness of restoration measures. Studying the role of wild animals in seed dispersal provides important insights. Some species contribute to the natural regeneration of forests after fires. Developing certification standards for sustainable forest management is gaining popularity. This helps promote responsible attitudes towards forest resources. Using weather radar data helps track the movement of smoke plumes. This information is important for warning the public about air pollution. Creating protective green belts from less flammable species helps protect settlements. Such barriers can stop the spread of fire. Researching the impact of fires on groundwater is important for hydrology. The destruction of forests changes the water balance of territories. The application of biotechnology in forest restoration opens new possibilities. Scientists are working on breeding tree species more resistant to fire. Creating a network of observation towers enhances capabilities for early detection of ignitions. This is especially important in hard-to-reach areas. Developing protocols for rapid damage assessment helps plan restoration work. This allows optimal resource allocation. Studying the impact of fires on animal migration routes is important for ecology. This helps predict changes in species population. Adapting international experience in forest land insurance helps minimize losses. Such mechanisms are becoming increasingly in demand. Researching the potential of using burnt areas for solar energy development is promising. This could provide an additional incentive for territory restoration. Creating community fire brigades strengthens the capabilities of local communities. Trained volunteers can become first responders when fires occur. Developing comprehensive land use plans takes fire risks into account. This allows optimal distribution of various activities across territories. Studying the psychological impact of fires on people is important for organizing assistance. The consequences of disasters can manifest long after their end. Applying mathematical modeling helps predict long-term ecosystem changes. This is a valuable tool for planning restoration measures. Creating open databases on fires promotes scientific research. Access to information helps better understand the dynamics and causes of ignitions. Developing educational games and simulators makes fire safety training more effective. This is especially important for working with children and teenagers.
Yes.
Researching the impact of fires on the recreational appeal of landscapes is relevant for the tourism industry. This helps plan regional development. Creating a system of material incentives for landowners encourages fire prevention measures. This increases responsibility for the condition of territories. Studying the impact of repeated fires on the genetic diversity of trees is important. This helps maintain the resilience of forest ecosystems. Modernizing power supply systems in forest areas reduces the risk of ignition from power lines. This is an important part of preventive measures. Researching the long-term consequences for soil microbiota provides valuable information. Microorganisms play a key role in ecosystem recovery. Applying drip irrigation methods at the reforestation stage increases seedling survival. This is especially important in arid conditions. Analyzing the cost-effectiveness of various firefighting methods helps optimize costs. This allows for more rational use of resources. Studying the effect of ash on soil chemistry is important for agriculture. Combustion products can both harm and fertilize the soil. Developing standards for tourist camps reduces the risk of fires. Proper organization of recreation in forests is extremely important. Using seismic sensors to detect underground peat fires is effective. Such fires are difficult to detect by other methods. Researching the impact of fires on photosynthesis processes in surviving plants is interesting to scientists. This helps understand plant survival mechanisms. Creating specialized nurseries for growing adapted seedlings accelerates forest recovery. This is an important link in the chain of restoration work. Studying the role of natural lighting as a cause of fires helps understand natural cycles. This knowledge is important for predicting fires. Developing new monitoring methods using neural networks revolutionizes ignition detection. AI can analyze images from surveillance cameras. Researching the impact of fires on aquatic ecosystems provides important information. Changes in water chemistry affect all living organisms. Creating a system for operational information exchange between regions enhances coordination of efforts. This is especially important when fighting large fires. Using social media data for early fire detection proves effective. Users are often the first to report fires. Studying the cultural practices of indigenous populations in forest management is valuable. Traditional knowledge can complement modern methods. Developing climate-optimized reforestation plans is becoming standard. This helps create forests more resilient to change. Researching the influence of smoke on cloud formation and precipitation is interesting for climatology. Scientists study these complex atmospheric processes. Creating an insurance system for volunteers increases their social security. This is important for the development of the volunteer movement. Applying robotics for work in dangerous zones reduces risks for people. Robots can be used for reconnaissance and firefighting in hard-to-reach places. Studying the economics of restoration work helps optimize processes. Cost-benefit analysis improves planning. Developing psychological assistance programs for fire victims is important. Such support helps people cope with the consequences of disasters. Researching the impact of fires on cultural heritage in forest areas is relevant. Historical monuments can be lost due to fires. Creating international research groups enhances scientific potential. Joint projects allow for faster problem solving. Using virtual reality technologies for firefighter training is effective. It allows practicing skills in safe conditions. Studying successful cases of forest restoration gives hope and valuable experience. Analyzing such examples helps improve working methods. Developing strategies for adapting to increasing fire danger is becoming a necessity. This requires a comprehensive approach and collaboration of all stakeholders. The footage in the video is intended to convey the atmosphere of the events. Some scenes were filmed in real locations, while others are symbolic. This is not an official news source, so for accurate information, please refer to trusted media outlets. The footage is compiled from footage from the last 10 years. Forest fires in Turkey have become a serious challenge over the past decade. Their scale and frequency are causing growing concern among ecologists and local residents, making this topic extremely relevant for discussion. The main cause of fires